You're stepping into the most romantic time of your life with this Venus in Gemini transit. This is going to be the time when people respond you immediately, when you text all night, but also communication goes so easy. You really don't want to miss that transit. And if you are looking for a soulmate actively, try Star-Crossed app that I linked in my bio. You can see one of my friends who got soulmate drawing got literally such an insane and precise result. Not only you get your soulmate drawing, but you also get the entire zodiac chart of the person who is your soulmate, so you know exactly who to look for, but also the exact date and time when you're going to meet them. It's going to be in my bio if you are interested. And now let's get to this reading that will be for your sun sign. Pisces, let's see what you can expect from your relationship with this Venus in Gemini transit. Pisces, what's your message? Pisces, it's almost like you getting a little bit more cold, you getting a little bit more understanding of what's been happening in your love life. And the thing is, it's your time to embody this like a Pisces understanding of the world, because you as a Pisces, you like the most complex sign, you like the most difficult to understand, you are the most like, people even say like Pisces are the souls who've been here like the most, right? Like people had like thousands of reincarnations, you had millions of them. This is why you're so deep, this is why you're so like understanding of things. And this energy is really all about accepting some sort of faith, accepting some sort of faith. With this transits of Venus in Gemini, you will see how you're actually accepting some sort of lessons that have been there for you. You accepting some sort of situations that might have not necessarily felt the best, but it's on a deeper level. You understand like this is your way of like actually getting where you need to be. So you are in point B A, you need to be in point B, right? You understand that the only way for you to get there, it was to go through some sort of unpleasant situations, to go through some sort of unpleasant conversations, through even sometimes like even silence. Like what about the silence? I really want to know like where are you standing right now? Like is there some sort of secrets that you're keeping? Is there some sort of things that you are not saying in this relationship? Is there some sort of things you're not saying out loud because you think that people not going to understand what you mean, people not going to understand what you have here, right? It's almost like people, I don't know, maybe you're scared to openly say about something about your relationship because you think people gonna think you're crazy, because people gonna think like you're so unrealistic about it. And this is good for you, this is good for you, this is the strategy that I definitely would choose. I would choose to be a little bit low key, be a little bit like down to earth, not necessarily, you know, keep it to yourself, keep it to yourself, because again there are certain levels of like complexity and difference that you have from other people that just might not like allow you to express yourself in a way where people would understand you, right? And the best strategy for this time and for this love situation, right, like whatever you're going through, it will be to actually keep smiling to people, even if it's a fake smile, even if it's something that you don't necessarily mean. Try smile to people who might have hurt you, try to smile to people who might have like been not there for you, because once you embody this strategy, you will open almost like this like invisible veil that was preventing you from getting into a relationship or going further into a relationship, but now it's actually going to make perfect sense. Aries, let's see how your relationship will go under this Venus in Gemini transit, what you can expect. Let's see. Ooh, it seems like you making some sort of progress. And the thing is this progress in your relationship, whatever you're going through, whatever you're trying to manifest, whatever you're trying to feel, because the Venus is not necessarily only about relationship, it's about like, are you feel happy, are you feel pleasant, are you feel joyful every single day. And the thing is, this area of life, joy, happiness, love life, it is getting like very much cemented, right? Like it's getting some sort of form and shape and stability finally, somewhere where you feel actually very much protected, very much protected. Think about like a castle, right? Like you like a you like a king who sits inside on his throne and feels so protected, and he knows like those are my servants, those are my knights, those are the people who protect me. I feel so secure. Like this is the energy that you will be manifesting. And interestingly enough, don't be afraid to do like a lot of actions. Don't be afraid to sometimes you can ask, like you might be asking yourself like, how is it going to happen? Should I do this move? Should I not do this move? Should I, be a little bit more reserved? Should I play cat and mouse games? Your strategy for this time is to actually do the most amount of work that you can do, right? say, like, reply to all the text, like all the pictures, I don't know, like put yourself on all the profiles, say yes to every single opportunity that you are getting right now, because this is exactly the energy that's gonna lead you there. They're gonna actually allow you to almost like be on the like persemesis pers- persemesis. I don't remember some of the words in English, but it is something that you will feel very much like stable about. And the thing is, like, this is the energy that I'm talking about. You need to go for it. You need to make it happen. Here, look, we have Three of Pentacles and Four of Pentacles. What is Three and Four of Pentacles? Three of Pentacles is when you're building this castle. Three of Pentacles is when you're getting first like walls up, when you finding this stability, when you're finding this protection, when you know that, like, okay, it's getting somewhere. I'm going to this point where I feel comfortable. I'm going to this point where it seems like it makes sense. But Four of Pentacles, it's the castle has been built, and the castle has been tested with all the challenges, with all the attacks, whatever, literally, like, whatever. So by the end of the day, it will be very much stable situation. You're gonna get into very much stable relationship, and if you have a relationship, if you're going through something, it's gonna come back to like a very stable place. What you have to do is not only embody this like Mars and Aries energy, but also embody this Venus and Gemini energy. Just like go for things. Don't ask yourself how. Don't ask yourself like where. Don't ask yourself when. Just do it. Get it done, because this energy that's gonna ultimately bring you to the moment of success and stability. Taurus, let's see how this Venus in Gemini transit will influence your life, but also influence your relationship with yourself, the joy, the love life, the excitement of the life overall. Like, what is happening there? What is happening there? There's a lot of things happening, actually. There is most of the things is that you are getting into this flow state of, I know exactly how you want things. You know exactly how you should expect things. You know exactly how um, things should be for you, right? This is going to be the month when you actually, mm, it's almost like you've been solving this puzzle, and you know when you completely like lock in and there's just like 10 pieces of puzzle left, and this is what makes it so easier to put them together, right? Like, you've done a lot of work, you've done like, you've been tested with patience, you've been tested with your ability to show up, you've been tested with all of these things, and now all you have to do is put the last 10 pieces of puzzles together, right? And interestingly enough, uh, we have Six of Cups here, and Six of Cups is all about luxury in love. And what is luxury in love? It's the ability to remember how things were not necessarily the best, but they are so great now that you're not allowing yourself to have any negative thoughts, right? So again, for the next for this transit, that will be, I actually don't remember now how long it's going to go exactly for, but it's going to be such a luxury for you to at some point look at the place where you are right now, mentally, emotionally, with relationship wise, with the joy, with overall expression of the feelings, and you're going to look at yourself and say, wow, I can only understand how happy I am right now. I can only understand how grateful I am right now for all these opportunities, for the situations, for all the signs, for all the gestures, for all the flowers, for all the things, because I remember that actually back then, maybe like when you're watching this video right now, I was not the most happy. I was not the most satisfied with my life situation. I was not the most, do you know where I'm going with it? If you're going through something heavy, if you feel like it's overwhelming, if you feel like you're tired, if you feel like you're about to burn out, and again, you've been tested, maybe you're still being tested at the moment that you are saying this, there will be a moment that will click into those, okay, this is the last 10 pieces of puzzles that I need to put. And it's going to be so easy because I've already done so much work. And then you're going to receive that feeling of, okay, I see why am I happy right now. Because again, I can only be as happy as like the reflection of me who were sad back then. If you're going through something, it's just like a sign that this is a great time coming for you. This is a great time of enjoying yourself. So Taurus, claim this happiness in the comments. If you're going through something, say, I know happiness is coming. I know I'm going to be great. I know I'm going to have so much good time, period. Geminis, 100% this is your time to shine. Venus in Gemini is Venus in Gemini is really doing its most here. Venus in Gemini is really bringing a lot of attention to you. So let's see how exactly it's going to influence your life, influence your love life, influence your relationship, and overall joy, Wow. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. It's actually giving such a Gemini energy because it seems like you will be surrounded not just by one, but like for by a multiple candidates who want to take care of you, who want to show up to you, who want to um, and you might want to give them a chance, right? Obviously, I'm talking right now about the situation if you are single, if you are looking for a relationship, but also if you are on a verge, like you don't know like what exactly is happening in your relationship. There literally could be other people show up during this time who will be almost like fighting for your attention. And the thing is, they're gonna have very much like the same archetype. It's just going to be like a little different level of them. The archetype is the person with money. Archetype is the person who has a job. It's not like some sort of those like dudes or like whatever people who just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, like I wanna like, no, like they on point. They know what they're doing, they know what they're trying to do, they know what they're trying to achieve. Like they are locked in on their success. And this is why they are locked in on you. You are the representation of their success. And the thing is, you might feel yourself actually like treated very well here. You might even see some sort of recognition from people. You can see how a lot of things actually start happening effortlessly for you because again, these people, they're gonna start taking care of you in a way where you will let go of a control. You will let go of certain things that you felt like, oh, I have to overcome this, I have to overcome this, I have to do the no, they can do this for you while you chilling, while you sitting, while you enjoying yourself, and you actually get to you actually get to decide. Do you want to take his flowers? Do you want to take his flowers? Do you want to go on a dinner with him, with them? Doesn't really matter. Like you have choices, and it's your feeling of abundance because Queen of Cups is very abundant. Queen of Cups is really rich, mostly with her emotions and mostly with her confidence that, oh yeah, she knows what she's doing. She knows she's popular. She knows she's that girl. She knows that she is doing, she doesn't have to do much, but everything that she does makes people obsessed with her. So, Geminis, go ahead in the comments, say, I am the obsession. People obsessed with me. I am abundant in everything that I do because you're gonna see little people start like waiting in line for you. People gonna be so obsessed with the idea that you one day could be theirs. Cancers, let's see how this Venus and Gemini transit will influence your love life, influence your relationship, influence your joy, right? Because Venus is also about like, are you enjoying the life? Are you having fun? It is time to have fun. It is time to what is it? Dehibernate. Cancers, you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Cancers? Cancers, you are having the best time. You are having the best time. Where do I start? Where do I start? Obviously, your main energy here is the star. You are the star. You are the reason why some musicians write amazing love songs. You are the reason why some filmmakers make movies that win Oscars. You are the reason why some men decide to finally like step into their like, well, okay, people tell me like I don't like that it's like binary reading or like gender reading, whatever. You are the reason why some sort of like people start finally going for what they want because they know that they need to like provide for you. They know they need to be on your level, right? You are the ultimate muse. You are the ultimate inspiration for them. And the thing is, whatever relationship you are getting into, whatever things you're trying to achieve, it is your opportunity right now to reflect what is exactly that you want. Because you can manifest it all. You can manifest the best relationship. You can manifest the best situationship for yourself right now because there's so much potential that has not been tapped into yet. You gotta tap into this potential. You gotta go into this potential. But before you go into this potential, before you start manifesting and attracting those things to yourself, you gotta know, what do you want? What is gonna make you feel like you are doing exactly what your soul came to this earth to do? Do you want to hike together every weekend? Do you want to have chickens and bees and, I don't know, grow your own vegetables together? Do you want to live in a high rise and go to Pilates and, I don't know, run business together? Do you want to be a superstar who a lot of people just like obsess over? What is this vision? What is this vision? Because again, even though this is the main energy, the supporting energy is so strong. Like you have absolutely no choice but to make the most out of this transit. You have no choice but to make the best situation out of this transit. So go ahead and comments, claim this energy. What could be like a great affirmation for you here? I think great affirmation could be, I am the star. You are the star, Jesus, really, for real. Leos, let's see how this Venus in Gemini will affect your love life, affect your situationship, affect how you see your life. And do you experience joy from it? Because Venus is all about having joy, having fun, having the most amazing time of your life. Like this is the time to go out. This is the time to, see what are the opportunities for you. Interestingly that I said like it is time of opportunities because it is. Because it is time for you to internally understand something about your relationship. And a relationship not necessarily with love, relationship not necessarily with people around you, but overall your relationship with your Venus, right? Like if you are Leo, very likely that your Venus is in Cancer, Leo, or Virgo, right? And you really need to understand like what does it mean for you, because on some levels you might not necessarily live through it properly. On some levels you might not necessarily embody it properly, right? And you need to get so clear during this transit because Venus in Gemini is very mental. It's gonna really push you to have those thoughts, have those conversations with yourself, and have those like moments of like trying to understand, okay, so what do I want? Because before you know what you want, like the things are not gonna come to you before you know what you want. It's the moment when you say, oh, I want this and that. This is when universe start attracting these things to you, right? And there will be a moment of internal conversations. There will be a moment when you need to talk to yourself, maybe talk to a therapist, maybe journal, maybe write something down, maybe do some sort of manifestation, really like a deep soul work. You know what I'm saying? The moment you do that, this is when you're going to actually see a lot of progress. And the thing is, there might be very well like emotionally intelligent people around you who you could start relationship with, who you could start some sort of conversation with, right? Like maybe you're not necessarily aiming for that, but you could. If you're trying to find those relationship, those emotionally like mature people will be surrounding you, right? So again, also kind of understand, do you want emotionally mature people? Or do you want somebody who's just like having fun? Because that would be also a very important kind of like a making a factor about it. And what's interesting here is that you deserve some sort of like rest. You deserve some feeling where like you don't have to take care of things anymore. You don't have to like always you know how sometimes like when you're trying to survive you literally have like no room for mistake, you have no room for rest, you have no room for stillness. You deserve this time, and you might be actually be taken care of where you will be provided this time. You will be provided time to rest, spa, massage, getaway, a little cabin trip. Something like this is coming to you if you know exactly deep inside what do you want and what are you trying to get from this transit and from these relationships. Virgos, let's see how this Gemini Venus transit will go for you, how it's going to affect your situationship, your love life, your relationship to your life in general. Because think about it, like it's not necessarily about whether you loved in relationship or not, but it is, do you love your life? Do you love what's happening around you? Do you love your environment? Do you like wake up really excited about things? Because that would be the main factor. Let's see. Ooh, Virgos. So you're definitely getting some sort of lucky situation. You're getting some sort of moments where uh right now, whether it's love wise, whether it's joy, whether it's finances, any Venus related areas, but also you need to check out where in your chart is Gemini. So, like, check out the reading for your rising sign, right? You might have a lot of heavy thoughts. You might have a lot of just like thoughts that bring you down. You might think about it, some sort of things that like don't really have space in high frequency level, high vibration level, right? Um, and they bring you down, they bring your energy down. But there's going to be some change in your events, in the environment. There's going to be some like very lucky situation that will ultimately show you, hey, all you have to do right now is to let go of the thoughts that bring you down. All you have to do right now is to say yes to some sort of positive situation, to some sort of positive opportunities, to something where you could go and you don't necessarily know exactly where you're going, you don't know where you're gonna end it up, you don't know those things. But again, all you have to do is say yes. All you have to do is be like, you know what? Let me try it. Let me see how it's gonna work out for me. Let me see if that's something that I could be, you know, committing to in the future. And the thing is, those heavy thoughts that you have right now, those like heavy ideas, whether it's like about relationship or like some person like doesn't really like show the same interest, like it doesn't matter like what you're going through. These thoughts create deception. You almost like getting blinded by all of these thoughts, and you cannot see clearly that there is so much more opportunities. There is so much more things to do. There is so much more lucky situations that you can literally go to and encounter them out there in the wild. You know what I'm saying? Because you are like, and I don't know, do you feel heavy right now? Do you feel like you literally like, nailed to the floor and you're just like, oh, I'm trying to go somewhere, but like you cannot because those thoughts just like eating your life, right? It is something that you need to let go of. And again, it is something where you need to allow some sort of change in. So literally go ahead, like type in the comments, I allow the better change in my life. I manifest better changes in my life. I want, like, whatever your affirmation is, it is something that's gonna come and literally take you out of this negative state to a high frequency situation. Libras, let's see how this Venus and Gemini transit will affect you. It's actually gonna affect you really nicely because it is also an air sign. You're gonna feel really good, but also it's a question like, do you enjoy your life? Do you enjoy everything that's happening with you right now? Because Venus is all about the ability to enjoy yourself. Wow. Listen, it seems like this Venus in Gemini is really bringing some sort of milestone in success. Oh my God. I bited my tongue. Have you heard it? I was like, oh. Anyway, that hurts actually. There is some sort of success that you're having, right? You have Three of Cups and Three of Pentacles. What is it all about? Three of Cups is about having milestone with your emotions, with your relationships. It's having some sort of moments where you can look back and say, wow, I've done a great job. I've done an amazing job. I've done something that I can actually see how it's going to grow into something better and bigger. Three of Pentacles is also an amazing card because it is about putting in the physical work, putting in some sort of physical intentions, and again, cementing this foundation for yourself. Three, they all about having results. They all about, okay, I'm coming to some sort of like understanding of where I'm going. So if you are single, right, it will be, okay, maybe you'll start seeing each other. If you see each other already, you might move to a next stage. It's somewhere where you did this work and now you finally seen the results. Now, another card here is Five of Pentacles. And Five of Pentacles is, it's kind of like having like a little hole in your pocket, right? There is some sort of like when you reach the new level, you have to act according to that, right? Think about you're moving into a new apartment, right? That is more expensive. And your normal thought would be, okay, let me start worrying about how I'm gonna pay those bills. Let me start worrying how am I gonna afford that, right? Translating that to your relationship, you might start worrying that you in the new stage of your life, and you start creating all of those negative thoughts. Which the lesson of Five of Pentacles is to not worry, but to actually bring this gap together and close it. Right? There will be more understanding, there will be more lessons, there will be more some sort of learning from your side that you need to do in order to understand how those relationships work, because it is something new to you. You did this a big step up, and now you have to actually be aligned with the place where you are. You actually have to be, you have to be fitting for the place where you are romantically. So this is what this Five of Pentacles is showing. Is like, try to close this gap, try to start acting like you are here, because this is where you're trying to be. Scorpios, let's see how this Venus and Gemini transit will change your life, your love life, and how it'll change actually your just like joy, because Venus is also all about joy. Venus is also all about like enjoying things in a moment and having some fun things to do and having some sort of like interesting places to go to. And it seems like actually this is like a perfect moment for you to understand, like, what do you want from this life? What do you want from this joyful situation? Are there any sort of joy that you are actually experiencing? Because it seems like there's been like a lot of heavy feelings about your relationship, and to you it might actually seems like work. Whatever like situations you're going through, you almost feel like you have this like a Saturn energy coming up in this reading where you say, oh, I always have to struggle with this. I always have to like go through something. It's always like every single relationship I attract these people who require a lot of work, who require a lot of patience, who require a lot of time. Like you can, it's like you picking um a cabbage, right? And then you start cooking it and it's like rotten inside, and you like, "Ah, I always pick that rotten cabbage. Like, what is it happening? Like, why is it happening?" And this is the perfect situation for you to actually start rewiring your brain and changing the outcomes and changing those situations, so you don't have to pick that one. You don't have to pick the ugly one. You don't have to pick the struggling one. You don't have to pick the weak one. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like it will require you like all the tools in the box you have to fix it, right? So mm, on the same note, maybe if you've been going to therapy, maybe if you are manifesting, maybe if you're listening to some sort of like things to work on your mindset and subconsciousness. On the same note, all of these things can come really together to bring this energy kind of down, right? Like the energy of struggle, the energy of like constant work, the energy of being exhausted and burned out even, right? So I want you to think about what is that you want and what is that you keep attracting that you don't like, because there has to be a clear separation between the two before you really make it clear to yourself what type of people you don't want, what type of situations you don't want to take care of. Before you do that, nothing's going to change. But because this Venus is in Gemini, and because this Venus is all about movement, change, communication, working with each other, like going back and forth, right? Like it is time to actually dive deep into those mental distortions that you have, and finally say, okay, now I know that I don't need these people to take care of. Like I don't need to be any like type of parenting roles here. Sagittarius, let's see how this Venus and Gemini will influence your life. This is the transit in your opposite sign, which always brings a lot of kind of like, you know, interesting energies, a lot of interesting energies. So let's see. Wow. Sagittarius, this is the moment to love. This is the moment to live. This is the moment to be excited for, because um like you're literally getting the most stable relationship. You're literally getting the most stable situation in your life. And interestingly enough, it's not just like you're getting in the stable relationship, it's also something that you need to choose. It's almost something that you need to consciously go for, right? Maybe you're seeing a lot of people, maybe you're seeing different type of people, different archetypes of people, right? Like you see this person, that person, that person, and they trigger different emotions, they trigger different things in your life, but you need to choose right now what's going to be ultimately best for you, right? It's kind of like you're choosing a car. Some cars could be prettier, but they require much more gas. Some gas could be a little bit more low key, but they're very comfortable. They know they're not gonna hurt your pocket. They know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many different things, and here you have to kind of be a little bit logical about it, because this is a Gemini card, and Venus and Gemini kind of like just highlights this idea of intellectual pursuits, just like highlights this idea of, okay, let me think about it, let me rationalize it, right? And obviously, what a beautiful signs here. So first of all, King of Pentacles. This could be the person you would ended up choosing. It's person who ended up coming into your life. It's person who will end up be there for you, right? What type of person it is? A lot of money, a lot of experience, stable. You can rely on this person. You don't need to expect any type of like stabbing in the back from this person, because like this person is just too mature. This person is too mature for those things. And Four of Wands is all about cementing those feelings into something long lasting, and kind of like, mm, I always think about it as like a putting a ring on, which is one of the meanings, right? Like it could be a wedding, it could be some sort of honeymoon, it could be some sort of proposal, but it's also about limiting the choices on the outside. Meaning, if you're meeting this person, it means like you limiting yourself from seeing other people, because again, you made the choice to be in a relationship, you made the choice to see someone. For once is about you know what, like I don't need anything extra, like this is what I'm settling on. It's kind of like choosing the dish at the restaurant and be like, yeah, I don't need to have like the entire menu. This is what I want, this is what I'm gonna have. So it seems like it's like one of the most positive love readings here. Go ahead, claim this energy in the comments. What could be your affirmation for this one? I'm choosing what's best for me. This is your affirmation. I'm choosing what's best for me, and that's some period. Capricorns, let's see how this Venus in Gemini transit can change your life for the better. What are the exciting things that are happening in your love life? And are you overall joyful and enjoying your life? Because Venus is also all about enjoying those moments that we have, right? What's happening with you? Capricorns, you have the craziest energy. You're gonna have so much fun during this month. You're gonna have so much joy during this month. I can't. First of all, we have Magician and the Empress. Are there any better things that you could have had? I don't think so. Well, you could if you had Nine of Cups here. Having them also, you see how like yellow is always a representation of joy, happiness, right? Like feeling really special, feeling really like just like you know what I'm saying? So the thing is, what's interesting about Magician is those lilies, and lilies are the process of birth. Lilies are the process of something really beautiful coming into the life. Lilies are the process of something um something so innocent and pure starting here, right? And Magician is the sign of beginning, and it's also Mercury. Magician is ruled by Mercury, and what is Mercury? It's Gemini, so Venus and Gemini. So you know how it's all connecting. You see how it's all connecting? Venus, Mercury, Venus, Gemini, it's all connecting, it's all coming together, Capricorns. And Venus is pure joy, pure feminine energy. And Capricorns, don't let me, like, I'm not lying to you, Capricorns, but I think I've done a reading where I also had Venus for you. When I also said, maybe it was a weekly reading, but it was somewhere where I said, like, this is the time when you're stepping into this energy. This is the time when you're stepping into the energy. I don't need to work for that. Let these people work for me. Let these people fight for my attention. Let these people to make me happy first. That's their priority. That's something that they need to care of first. And Nine of Cups is a little bit selfish in the best way possible. Nine of Cups is looking at things around and be like, you know what? I'm happy with what I had for myself. I'm happy with the choices that I've done for myself. I'm happy with the situations where I made those choices to have like literally the best time of my life. This is your time to again choose this happiness, choose the prosperity, choose the abundance, because the potential, it's there. The potential is there. So go ahead in the comments. I think your affirmation could be, I choose abundance for myself, I choose happiness, and I am abundant. I am abundant. Aquarius, let's see how this Venus and Gemini transit will influence your love life. I think it's going to be very amazing and cute, just because you also air sign, right? Venus in air signs will always bring something really exciting for you. So let's see what is the energy. Ooh, listen, it's really what is it? Break it or make it, fake it or make it. It's really like a breaking point. It's really like a breaking point where you've been mentally affected by some sort of relationship. You've been like somebody messed you up mentally. And the thing is, that person is long gone. It better be long gone. It better be long gone, because if this person is still there, I have questions, Aquarius. I have questions as the person who messed you up is still in your life, right? But the thing is, this person put some sort of deception into your life. This person put some sort of like a false statements into your life that has been affecting your love life, that has been making it really heavy, that has planted those seeds that grew into anxiety in your mind, in your heart. But very importantly, this is the moment when you can let a lot of things go. This is the moment when you can literally rebirth, right? So both the Fool and the World has this like a little egg, and this egg is obviously process of like rebirth, process of giving birth to something, just like an egg, right? But the thing is, this is your moment. Are you gonna stay in an old shell that limits you and is so kind of like it's crunchy, it can hurt you, you can start bleeding, or are you gonna exit it and grow into something bigger and beautiful and new and more exciting and more prosperous? Because again, there's been a lot of heavy feelings and deceptions, a lot of deceptions, a lot of just like, well, I guess I'm the one who's just like have to do all the work. I guess I'm the one who will always have to struggle. I guess I'm the one who will always have to, be so um defensive about everything, just because I had to like protect myself. I had to do something before, right? Those thoughts literally like not letting you sleep at night. Those thoughts probably sometimes keep you a little bit anxious. You think about relationship and you think, oh my God, am I gonna be by myself for a long time? No, this is the time to exit the loop, to exit the matrix and start fresh, start something brand new. Really say bye to all of those struggles when it comes to your love life. So I think your affirmation could be, I let go of all the struggles in my love life and I choose fresh, abundant, new beginning.